I've always had a team with me. It's never been by myself. Whether it's going through Hell Week with David Goggins or Chris Kyle, or whether it's going through Iraq, or whether it's when I went through law school. Anything that's been difficult, anything that's been worth rewarding, I've always had a team around me. And that's what I see here. I see a great, beautiful team. And I'm extremely grateful. One of the things I think that's happened a little with our country, I think for too long, too many good men and women, we kind of care more about our families, we care more about our careers, and we focus on our families and our careers, and there's been kind of this nonsense going on, and it really hasn't bothered us too much. So we really haven't stood up about it. But I think things have gotten to the point now where good men and women have to stand up, because now it's affecting our families, it's affecting our careers, it's affecting our way of life. I thoroughly believe in the values of the Constitution. I believe in life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. I believe in equality. I believe in due process. All of those values are transcribed in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. And I think our nation's great. I think our nation's great because it's taking great strides to meet those high measures, those great ideals transcribed in the Constitution. We had the Civil War. You had hundreds of thousands of Americans who died to right a horrible wrong. You had the Civil Rights Movement, where you had great men and women who stood up. You had even the gay and lesbian movement. You had the women's suffrage movement. I think all of those movements were great things that upheld the ideals in our Constitution. But now there's this woke ideology that's opposed to those ideas. And one of the things I love about freedom of speech, in the open market of ideas, it's almost like products. If your idea is different than mine, and maybe his idea is different than mine, and we all get the platform, like here I am talking, to kind of talk about it. And then the audience kind of weighs it out. So one of the things that I thought was so beautiful about our nation's universities and colleges, they used to be places where a lot of young men and women like yourself here would go to college and would have a chance to debate the ideas of the day. And it was a beautiful thing, but it's not, in my opinion, that's not the case now. Now there's this woke ideology that you don't have a choice to have an open market, to have a different perspective, because if you do, your grades will get shut down. You'll get ostracized. And to me, that's the greatest sin that's happened to our nation's universities and colleges. And unfortunately, it's spreading to the corporate and professional world. I'm an attorney. I was an attorney at the largest and oldest law firm in the state, McCarter Neighbors. In my opinion, they're completely woke now. And so I'm concerned about it. And I believe in standing up for things you believe in. I think it's too important not to. And so one of the things I try to do with the New York City SEAL Swim is I try to show, number one, I try to send a positive